Good morning, students. So today we are going to see introduction to kinematics of particles. So this is the one of the module in engineering mechanics. So I am Dr. R.K. Selvakumar, working as senior associate professor in the design and automation research group of School of Mechanical Engineering, Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. So the objectives of this particular module is, so at the end of this particular module, you will come to know how to describe the basic kinematic relationships between position, velocity, acceleration and time of a particle, and you can able to solve problems using these basic kinematic relationships and calculus or graphical methods. And also you will able to define position, velocity and acceleration in terms of Cartesian, tangential and normal and radial and transverse coordinates. So further you will able to analyze the relative motion of multiple particles by using a translating coordinate system. And also you will come to know how to determine the motion of a particle that depends on the motion of another particle. Further, you will determine which coordinate system is most appropriate for solving a curvilinear kinematics problem. So at the end, you will calculate the position, velocity and acceleration of a particle undergoing curvilinear motion using Cartesian, tangential and normal and radial and transverse coordinates. So these are the objectives of this particular module. So before going to start this particular module, some of the basic definitions I want to recollect. So the very important thing is statics. So the part of mechanics that deals with the analysis of bodies at rest is known as statics. And the second important term in engineering mechanics is dynamics. So the part of mechanics that deals with the analysis of bodies in motion is known as dynamics. And some of the history about this particular terms I want to brief to you. So the first significant contribution to dynamics was made by Galileo in the year 1564 to 1642. And the Galileo's experiments on uniformly accelerated bodies led Newton to formulate his fundamental laws of motion between 1642 to 1727. So when you say dynamics, so it includes two broad areas of study. One is kinematics and the another one is kinetics. So further, if you want the basic definition of kinematics, the study of the geometry of motion is known as kinematics. The principles of kinematics relate the displacement, velocity, acceleration and time of a body's motion without reference to the cause of motion is known as kinematics. So the important term here is you are going to study the geometry of motion, and the second one is you are going to relate the displacement, velocity, acceleration and time of a body's motion without reference to the cause of the motion. The next important term in dynamics is kinetics. The study of the relation between the forces acting on a body, the mass of the body and the motion of the body is known as kinetics. So we use kinetics to predict the motion caused by given forces or to determine the forces required to produce a given motion. So these aspects you should always keep it in mind when you are studying kinetics. That is, to predict the motion caused by given forces or to determine the forces required to produce a given motion. In this chapter, we consider the kinematics of particles. So the use of word particles does not mean that our study is restricted to small objects. So rather it indicates that in these first chapters we study the motion of bodies possibly as large as cars, rockets or airplanes without regard to their size or shape. So now you can understand clearly that this particular chapter, it is not that kinematics of particles means we are going to study only about the particle size objects. It's not like that. So what we are assuming is, without considering their size or shape, we are calling those bodies as a particle. Okay. By saying that we analyze the bodies as particles, we mean that we consider only their motion as an entire unit. We neglect any rotation about their own centers of mass. So again I'll repeat that. So we are considering only their motion as an entire unit. And one more thing is, we neglect any rotation about their own centers of mass. But in some cases, we have to consider the rotation. So however, such a rotation is not negligible, and we cannot treat the bodies as particles. At those cases, we cannot consider, or we cannot treat the bodies as particles. So such motions are analyzed in later chapters dealing with the dynamics of rigid bodies. In the first part of chapter, we describe the rectilinear motion of a particle. That is, we determine the position, velocity, and the acceleration of a particle at every instant as it moves along a straight line. So please take a note of that we are going to describe the rectilinear motion of a particle. So we are going to determine the position, velocity, and acceleration of a particle. So every instant as it moves along a straight line. This is the important thing, you have to note it out. So we first use general methods of analysis to study the motion of a particle. Then we are going to consider two important cases. One is the uniform motion and the uniformly accelerated motion of a particle. Okay. We will study one by one. We then discuss the simultaneous motion of several particles and introduce the concept of the relative motion of one particle with respect to another. So in the second part of this chapter, we analyze the motion of a particle as it moves along a curved path. So the first one we are going to see about the straight line motion. In the second one we are going to see about the relative motion of particles. And the third one we are going to see about the motion of a particle moves along a curved path. So we define the position, velocity, and acceleration of a particle as vector quantities and introduce the derivative of a vector function to add to our mathematical tools. Okay. So we are going to consider application in which we define the motion of a particle by the rectangular components of its velocity and acceleration. At this point, we analyze the motion of a projectile. Then we are going to examine the motion of a particle related to a reference frame in translation. So this is the overall view about this particular module. So we will see one by one in the forthcoming classes. Thank you.